no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Commodores will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Manning. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Manning. Grab near the marker, it's Gibson. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
And the Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Might as well give it to him again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillip. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback keeper. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Caught over the middle, it's Stowers. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Commodores come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on third down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And the ball is caught. It's inside the 35. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Commodores have this offense rolling. Give to the back. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Back to pass on second down. The screen, he can go. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Commodores are threatening on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Smashes ahead. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got his man on the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Powers through. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Man, those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Manning. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Phillips. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
First down, Commodores.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Pavia. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Way too close to punt, way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet.
That's a big-time completion. And, guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's picked off at the goal line.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Find some fresh air. There he goes. He smashes his way through again. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Finds the big tight end. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. The give to the back. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Discards him with the stiff arm. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Coming out with it, it's Dillon. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. With the catch, it's Sherrill. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Stowers. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And the Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Turning it on! Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Stowers. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
691, Gator score. Tuna.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Caught, close to the marker, it's Dillon. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Vanderbilt.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Absolutely center cut. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Dillon. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Quickly out to the tight end. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Snap from the gun on third down. He wants to take the top off. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Hook'em is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the air on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Hard running there. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Martin out of bounds at the 38. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quick completion to the right. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Dillon. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score.
How about the play by the big defensive lineman? Not known for interceptions, usually getting after the quarterback, stopping the run. Had a chance to make an interception and then do something with it. Take it all the way back to the house. No, ladies and gentlemen, that was not in slow motion, but he got in the end zone, and that's all that matters.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dillon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Grabbed in the middle and stolen. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander. What a cut. Now he's loose. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Time to take a shot. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Gonna run it. It's Gibson. At the 15, he's loose. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, that's a big run play, and it's not easy to do. Down at this area of the field, backed up in your own end. I mean, you're running into a box that's loaded full of bodies defensively, but the ball carrier was just able to sort of sneak and weave his way through there, giving his offense now a ton of room to work with.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19.
42 Spire.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. A little little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Excellent job by the DB, breaking on the football, getting there and making sure he gets a hand on it and deflects. Listen, it's not about catching it. It's not about getting the interception. It's making sure he doesn't catch it and deflecting that thing where he can't get it.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Here's the handoff.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Swings it out to his running back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dillon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Heading to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kickoff.
Coming out with it, it's Dillon. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Richardson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Richardson. Running with some authorities, he bangs his way to the 43.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Oh, he's got a chance. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Sherrill. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Commodores have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Here we go. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
Trying to punch it in. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But, man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over to they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it.
Okay, ready?
They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast. Down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And the Commodores come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. This quarterback part of their running game. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to find another play. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. The Commodores come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads it downfield. And he throws another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40, the 30, 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.